You wake up. You did not set an alarm. It is a Tuesday. The city outside is already moving. People in cars, people on trains, people running slightly late for things that cannot wait. Your phone is face down on the bedside table. You pick it up. One notification. $41 paid to your account while you were sleeping. Not from your job, not from overtime, from owning. You put the phone down. You make coffee. You sit at the window and watch the street below. You think about the version of you from 5 years ago, the one who set 3 alarms, the one who checked the bank balance before getting out of bed, hoping nothing had come out overnight, the one who traded every hour for every dollar and felt the equation getting slowly worse. That version of you did not believe mornings like this existed. They do. This video is the map. 7 milestones from the first $10,000 to the number that buys your mornings back forever. What each level pays, what it covers, what changes, and, the part most finance channels skip, how the tax system in both Australia and the US is specifically designed to reward this kind of income over the wages you are currently earning.
Level 1. $10,000. The first dollar that never traded your time. You are 26. 2 years of saving. $10,000. You open a brokerage app. You buy a dividend ETF. Something boring, something diversified. At a 4% yield, that $10,000 pays you $400 a year. $400. Your streaming subscriptions and your phone bill for a full year, covered by money you did not earn. Your coworker sees it on your screen at lunch. He laughs. He says $400 is a dinner. You say nothing. You close your laptop. The next month, your dividend arrives. You do not spend it. You click reinvest. You watch the share count tick up by a tiny amount. You smile at your phone for the first time this year. Nobody saw it. Nobody needs to. Here is what your coworker does not know. In Australia, fully franked dividends come with a tax credit attached. The company already paid 30% tax on the profits before paying you. At a 4% cash yield, your real after-tax yield is closer to 5.5%. In the US, qualified dividends from US corporations held more than 60 days are taxed at 0% if your income is under approximately $47,000 and 15% for most other filers. Compare that to 22 to 37% on wages. Same country, same government, different column, different rate. The $400 was never just $400. The rule? The first dollar that never traded your time is the most important dollar you will ever earn. Not because of the amount, because of what it proves is possible. $400 covers your subscriptions. Wait for the next level, because what $50,000 covers will change how you think about every bill you pay.
Level 2. $50,000. The bills that pay themselves. You are 29. 3 years of saving and reinvesting. $50,000. At 4%, it pays you $2,000 a year. $2,000. Your electricity bill for 12 months. Your internet. A weekend away with money left over. You do the maths on a Sunday morning and realize something. For the next year, every time you flip a light switch, every time you open the fridge, every time you charge your phone, your shares are paying for it, not you. That weekend, your cousin announces he just leased a new BMW. Everyone around the table claps. You eat your meal. You smile. On the drive home, your partner asks if something is wrong. You say you were just thinking. You do not mention the $900 a month lease. You do not mention that your $50,000 will quietly drop $2,000 into your lap this year, next year, and the year after, without requiring another hour of your time. You hold their hand at the red light. For the first time in your adult life, you feel something most people never feel. You feel ahead. The rule,
When your dividends cover a bill, any bill, something structural has changed. Some of your life is now funded by something other than your time. That something compounds. At the next level, the number becomes 6 figures.
Level 3. $100,000. The groceries that pay themselves. You are 32. $100,000. At 4%, it pays you $4,000 a year. A full year of groceries. 12 months of bread, eggs, chicken, coffee, paid by money you did not earn. You walk through the supermarket on a Saturday and laugh quietly in the produce aisle. A woman nearby smells a melon. She does not know. You keep walking. That night, a friend texts you. He found a stock yielding 12%. He says 12% on $100,000 is $12,000 a year. Triple your dividend. You open the chart. The yield is real. The price chart is not. The stock has dropped 40% in 2 years. The dividend looks enormous because the company is bleeding. The yield will be cut. The price will keep falling. You will lose more than you ever made. You text him back. He buys $10,000 of it that night. 6 months later, the dividend is halved. The stock drops another 30%. He stops talking about it. You keep your boring ETF. You keep getting your $4,000. The rule? 12% is not opportunity. 12% is a warning. The patient 4% will outlast every shiny 12% every time. Your groceries pay themselves. At the next level, the number becomes something you can feel, because it starts paying for the thing that follows you everywhere you go.
Level 4. $250,000. The car that pays for itself. You are 35. $250,000. At 4%, it pays you $10,000 a year. Your car payment, your insurance, your fuel. Every kilometre you drive this year, covered. You realise this on a Tuesday in March, sitting in traffic. The driver beside you is in a brand new car, gripping the wheel, stressed. You drive a 2021 Toyota, paid off 2 years ago. The Bluetooth still works, the seats are still fine. Your car owes you nothing. His car owes him $800 a month for the next 4 years. That night, you check your dividend account. The number is bigger than last month. It is always bigger than last month. The rule? At $250,000, the dividend income stops being a number on a screen and starts replacing real costs in your physical life. When transportation is covered by passive income, something fundamental has shifted. Your car pays itself. But the next milestone is different. The next one gives you something that cannot be bought at any price. The word no.
You are 38. $500,000. At 4%, it pays you $20,000 a year. Rent in many cities. The basic shape of a life. Groceries, electricity, internet, covered by something other than your time. This is the famous 4% rule. At $500,000 invested, you could stop working and not starve. You realize this on a Friday at 4:47 p.m. Your boss walks in, needs you to stay late. You used to say yes immediately. This time, you wait 3 seconds. You feel optional. You say yes anyway, but the yes is a choice now, not a reflex. You drive home at 9. The car park is empty. You sit in the driver's seat before turning the key. You think about the version of you at 26, the one who got laughed at over a $400 dividend. That colleague still works here. Leased SUV, second mortgage, a weekend job he did not want. $500,000 does not make you free, but it gives you the most expensive word in the English language. No. The rule? Financial freedom is not a destination. It is a direction. The moment you can say no, genuinely, without consequence, the direction has changed permanently. No is powerful. But the next milestone removes the word optional entirely. Because at $1 million,
you do not need anyone's permission anymore.
Level 6. $1 million. A full salary replaced. You are 41. $1 million. Your apartment looks the same. Your face looks the same. At 4%, it pays you $40,000 a year. A full median salary. Replaced forever. Without selling a single share. You open a tax calculator on a Tuesday night. You type in $40,000 in dividend income. In Australia, fully franked dividends at this level come with significant franking credits offsetting your tax liability. Many investors at this level pay little to no net tax on their dividend income because the company already paid it. In the US, $40,000 in qualified dividends for a single filer with no other income is taxed at 0% federally. While your colleagues lose 20 to 30% of every paycheck before it touches their account, you keep almost everything. The tax structure for both. In Australia, holding dividend shares inside superannuation means the income is taxed at 15% during accumulation and 0% in pension phase. In the US, holding dividend-paying ETFs inside a Roth IRA means growth and withdrawals are completely tax-free. Both systems reward the same behavior. Invest consistently, hold for the long term. Let the structure work. You sit back in the chair. You do not smile. You do not celebrate. You just sit. $1 million does not buy a yacht. $1 million buys silence. The kind of silence where you sit on a Tuesday night and realize you do not need anyone's permission anymore. The rule. $1 million replaces a full salary with income you do not have to show up for. That is not wealth. That is freedom. They are not the same thing. One more level. The one that means you never have to think about money again. You are 44. $1.5 million. At 4%, it pays you $60,000 a year. The ASFA benchmark for a comfortable Australian retirement is $54,840 for a single person. The equivalent in the US, what a comfortable retiree actually spends, sits around $55,000 to $65,000 annually, according to BLS consumer expenditure data. Both covered. Forever. Without touching the principal that keeps growing and keeps paying. You read the benchmark figure over coffee one morning. You already have more. You sit at the kitchen window. The street outside is busy. People driving to jobs. People running slightly late for things that cannot wait. You used to be one of them. You walk to your desk. You open your laptop. You write one email. You tell your employer you are done. You press send. You do not feel anxious. You do not feel dramatic. You feel exactly the way you felt on that first Tuesday morning 18 years ago when $41 arrived in your account while you were sleeping. Calm, quiet, sure. The rule. The final milestone is not a number. It is a morning. The one where you wake up and understand that everything that comes next is yours to choose. Most videos end at the final milestone. This one does not. Start with the right structure. In Australia, super contributions first. 15% tax during accumulation, 0% in pension phase. Then a personal brokerage account for investments accessible before preservation age. In the US, max your Roth IRA first. $7,000 in 2026, $8,000 if over 50. Tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals. Then a standard brokerage account. The structure is the first decision. The stocks come second. Start with ETFs, not individual stocks. A diversified dividend ETF gives you instant exposure to dozens or hundreds of dividend-paying companies with one purchase. In Australia, VAS for broad market, VHYD for higher yield. In the US, VYM, SCHD, or VIG are the equivalent. Low fees, instant diversification. For most investors, a 2 ETF portfolio beats 90% of stock pickers over 20 years. Reinvest everything until you need it.
Every dividend reinvested buys more shares. More shares pay more dividends. More dividends buy more shares. The compounding is in the reinvestment button. Press it every time. Avoid the yield trap. 12% is a warning. Boring is the strategy. The maths of getting there. $1,500 per month invested at 8% average annual return reaches $900,000 in approximately 19 years. $2,000 per month gets there in 17. Start in your late 20s and you are financially free before 50. The rule. The path is not complicated. Invest, reinvest, use the structure, give it time. The only variable that separates the people who get there from the people who understand it but never arrive is the reinvest button. Press it every time.
The $41 in the open. That is not where the story starts. The story starts with the version of you who has not opened the brokerage app yet. The one who knows about this, who has heard about dividends, about compounding, about passive income, but has not started because the first number seems too small to matter. $400 a year. It is not the amount, it is what it proves. The first dollar that was never traded for an hour of your time. The beginning of a different relationship with money. Nobody woke up at $1.5 million. They woke up at $10,000 and clicked reinvest. The question is not whether the system works. The question is when you start.